I had this dream today that I published late that two Indian in a room that I recognize as an old room of mine, and in the west wall there was a plug, and he said you shouldn't charge, you should charge here, but not in the west. Like I took it out or something behind the bed on my left, which means let's say the west wall, let's say north. The west wall was north. The bed will be left. You see, because I entered that room was the last on the west. I have that feeling. So that's why I call it west wall. Though it's at my 12 o'clock. Here will be 6, like 666, but it was the west. From standing point on that, those two Indians are here and they point and I don't see it. You see, they make a whole neural link right now. You don't see it. So, and I said it and I published it later, and I did it before. It's like a little thing, and I never knew about Neuralink. I see behind the bed, the head of the bed, just a bit. So I see one plug, not two in the wall, one, just a bit on the right. That's probably where they do it. And two Indians. So now this guy just put Elon Musk. We just finished within 5 minutes right now this Neuralink representation, and he's calling everybody. He's calling a lot of people with the website to come and join him. He says we're there 10,000 and they hope there's 1 million. And it's with radio frequency, with the other dream I had when Mountbatten, the little baby will be older, go buy yourself a radio. By that time, at the third time of his age, he's probably gonna, it was only $100. He says that he eventually, Elon Musk will like under a few thousand only. And that's many years later. And I saw the modem, and it can with Bluetooth, a lot of things, telepathic. He said if you have your, anyways, you should, you can basically do things superhuman, like he said, superhuman score, Pareto score. That with that you bypass the Pareto score, which is like a wire, and you go and you can walk and move your hands again. And but this guy has views like a social antichrist, and absolutely. And God told me, man, many dreams of him. And I started to say 3-4 months ago in that room. Actually, it's funny because now I'm not there for since 2 months. I was just passing there for less than a month in a family house, that he was the Antichrist, and I had some dreams and I said it. First neural link is like this. It goes to the right, and but to the right. And I said that I had this dream. If you look at my channel, it's about 6 months ago, was the winter, I believe, that I kind of follow Christ outside. I'm camping in a path, I'm camping, but then I looked at him and he had a big face, and I stopped, like, that's not really Jesus. And he kind of smirked and looked back. And that's a chain, because I felt like we were chained to one another. But I thought this, because I was studying finance, might only be in the finance. There's a chain link and it's gonna be stopped, or maybe even the Libra money of Facebook. But then shortly I had another dream about the Antichrist. I knew in spirit God was telling me he's the Antichrist, and I heard, without seeing nothing, I heard he gathered all the stars, and then it was moving right, just like the logo, and suddenly appeared the Antichrist all dark. So he's gonna become all dark. And that was like 6 months. And 3 months that I published, 3 months, like 63366, I started to put a thing that Elon Musk is a Antichrist, because then God gave me a dream about, before it announced new bodies they'll discover, and it did happen with NASA and stuff like this. And suddenly I'm looking at the sky, I'm studying a little bit what's in the sky. God is giving me this, and where I'm interested, I see these movings, and this is our satellite that Elon Musk is talking for everybody affordable. First they can spy on you, and he's releasing in 20,000 satellites moving. Some astrologist is like, here we go, our sky is gone. It's like ripping. Now this guy went like this, expel. It was X marked the sign of the spot. You cross your arms, that's a satanic sign. Mark of the beast. It means I don't care, I refuse God, you refuse. because a year and a half ago I was in Vancouver, and this guy is from Vancouver, his girlfriend, everything in Canada, that the church was closed, just like it was in the coronavirus. The church was closed. I published this a year and a half ago. And a woman and the devil came all green here and lift him up, and she passed. 1 second I looked there, and I heard don't run. But I crossed the corner, I went down that street in Vancouver. Suddenly 2 little demons, all dark, come and grab me. Was smoking a cigarette, but I was chased, and the other one was swearing. So because of those 2 sins, I had to follow him. They caught me. You're holy. God might protect you fully. So I go suddenly. I'm in the basement, satanic basement torture, and the guy is looking at me. These 2 guys bring me in, just like 2 demons, but now they're human. It's like, and that's when I see those 2 guys in that room where he pointed to his left, and they put like a big lime. You lime your nails, but it's big on my skin, smiling, little knife. They start slow to see a torture, and then I feel like they were about to cut my left hand, and I didn't want, so I moved, and now they really start. The guy on my right started to stab, and then I crossed myself, like I denied Christ. Like I published that. Now X.com became PayPal. This guy went like this to conquer Napoleon, Leon, God call him. And the other dream, all when it started for me to tell that is in the Antichrist, is that I saw a vision that he entered on a motorcycle, and then he crossed a wall, just like the Batman movie. So what God is trying to tell me, I didn't know the Bitcoin founder was Nakamoto. Only a week later I understood. So I said, this guy is trying something, but I was in the space study. Now I understand that he founded the Bitcoin when it disappeared. By the way, the guy that disappeared said to another guy, would you accept for the CIA and stuff like this? But the guy disappeared. He's there, but he's not there. He said in an interview. He has 2 faces. And recently, this week, I published, even on Twitter, I heard he's a bad man, but I see the Batman face. And I said, well, there's a new movie. That's sign for you people. Because when the devil do things, he manifested also. And he takes pleasure on this. Like, I told you in your house and you're still blind, kind of speak. But from a good point of view, for people who have eyes, we can see. This guy has been said that is the Marvel movie, the Robot Man. Apparently it was inspired by this guy. What is the Robert Downey Jr. movie there? Not the Aquaman, the guy that is flying like a robot. It's on Elon Musk. He made the cameo in the movie. Now, this guy passed like Batman. He's a bad man. He's gonna go dark just like this, Neuralink. And I lost my intelligence. There's no way I can think like this. And I published it before. And you can see my reaction when I don't understand things. Because God used that as a sign. He says, when I stopped because I was broke lately, oh no, I don't want to, now I don't care no more. You know, I got to do what I got to do. I'm happy my health is better. And that's a proof for you when I don't know what I'm talking, and it does happen. This guy goes with a Vancouver, a singer girl called Graham. I feel all the smoke she's smoking. And this is satanic. She's all dressed in black. Now my skin's starting reaction right now. This guy, you know when they say, oh man, the downfall of a man, when he puts his heart and he puts his guard down, satanic, man. This guy's a two-face. It's like Batman, founder of Bitcoin. I said it, ex-pal, SpaceX. Now he tried to conquer like this, PayPal, now like this. And now what? Your own brain? Look, they make you a whole. They make you a whole. He just put the representation and they're ready. Makes you a whole. He'll hold you, you know, like the devil put you in hell. There's a reason God made us here, you know, A, B, then O, C, D, and down. Don't do that. I would stay the last. I don't care. The intelligence and the will to solve and the good heart, all this, and not being lazy. People who like robots, like one of the women in that stuff says, robot's your best friend. Buddy, robot doesn't love you, doesn't think. And you're like a despot. like a tyrant if you like to just people doing what you do for no reason. A love of somebody just one time or a friend is bigger than anything that doesn't live, like a robot. And I was thinking about this and I said, imagine the love of your enemy. If your enemy starts to love you, wow. And this is what Jesus and God asking us. There's no reason of that. You guys going in the wrong way. Now I text somebody and lately, and I made a last movie and I said, okay, just like that argument, he tells me, well, we do it before somebody else do it. I said, buddy, I just made a movie like this too, and it's not a good thing. It's not because this will take the freedom of people. It doesn't go with God. That's why Jesus said, I'm coming not to shut down the world, at least nobody's safe. It's going to be so much corrupt. And even the guy said, even the prophecy said, buddy. And I said, okay, so you're going to tell me, I understand the free world, people who protect it, like CIA, freedom of religion, they don't force you. But sometimes we got to do it bad because this world is a harm word, strong. And it's better if we take it and then we let people freedom. We take it with a limit force, you know, just like when the Jews said, well, it's better one guy falls than a nation. So stuff like this. But man, look, if Elon Musk right now dies, and there was another vision about Elon Musk before they took the statue of the first only Confederate, the big satanic Freemason. What was his name, man? The guy they took in Washington. There was only one Confederate, and I put the vision, and he's asking if this guy went to hell and stuff. So now if Elon Musk die right now doing this, and I'm not gonna say, well, he's not a Christian, he's gonna die, he's not preaching, he's not doing what God says. Let's say that he's a fighter, like a good agent and trying for the fight, and it's his way of being called, or like Trump trying to do a godly thing, and that's possible. Because we cannot only all be preachers and do it for a patch of. The guy just spoke, man. He just spoke. This is control. This is mind control. That's not good. That's evil. What kind of fruit is going to be based on something? Because now we're not trying to take a part of the world that already exists. You're trying to make something. And first, it's not a counter like the bad guy came and you defend yourself in your house. You're going to conquer like Napoleon. Maybe this guy is Leon the Third Antichrist. They say Napoleon is the first. And I was in Vancouver, and his girlfriend is Vancouver. Man, he's Canadian, South. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm very. If I could talk to this guy, I'm very disappointed at you, because you use your ability to thought process fast and memory for a bad use. You didn't went above money. You didn't went and try to do the right thing for your heart. And that's why I see it. It's chopping every day. Every day your heart is chopping with this girlfriend and everything you're seeing, man. It's very low to talk about kids, so I wasn't gonna do what I heard that, I heard no, but becoming like a robot, man. What's wrong with you? You're becoming inhuman. You're telling God, I'm not happy. What's wrong with you, man? Anybody that likes himself will say no. Anybody, and then you're gonna say, well, you like yourself, everybody's is a sinner, is bad. Everybody that loves God gives a chance to himself to love himself, because there's a better way. If you say there's a better way of you, I'm waiting for God to give it to me. He gives it. Now you use your beautiful God that He makes you to change that. There's something that doesn't live, and for you to be buddy, you're trying to conquer people, man, with their head. You went like this, PayPal, like this. Now the stars, the satellite, spine can spy. It's very low, like not under. Now you're going the brain too. But God, man, I know this is gonna alter your things, but only bad stuff will mourn for this, man. Come, Jesus, if maybe just one day sooner, man. But I know you're gonna wait until the last guy on earth, until the last guy is saved or something, or when you're gonna say enough. You guys are human. You guys, you see, I couldn't lie. You guys are you are disgrace. You're a manipulator. The other dream I had, like a W, like a worm, because Vernon, Britain, it's green. It's they were playing soccer, and I was trying to make myself back then. Now I don't care no more. I'm not asking God who's gonna win, and that stuff like a worm. There was two heads. There was Bill Gates talking to the other W a bit lower, Elon Musk, and he's saying, well, you're gonna need, there was whatever it was for me to process what's gonna happen. He says, to vengeance Janus, you're gonna need two, and Janus is a two-face. You're gonna need two to it was yellow card. He was telling me you could bet on anything, but it was not the score. And the thing, and they lost. Elon Musk went at the back of Bill Gates, where after he talked the first line in that dream, and he made a finger in his back, and that's like the left, the right, and he's more rich, and back, you know, and he's Jewish, back, but like and he called him Leon, like friends. Went there, two-faced, bang, like a worm. He has two-face, and he took back his seat. This guy is using, comes on the right. He's a left guy. He's a satanic. He's an antichrist. He doesn't believe in God, and he might possibly, and I'm putting him first on the antichrist list, and second I'm putting he's a child. I'm not gonna talk, the guy that came from UK, Mountbatten, because of a vision. And by the way, I published it last year in Vancouver, before they went in Vancouver, before they separated from UK. 3 things in his life when he was a child, probably the 3 steps of his life. He was entering, and there was an Indian shop, I many times say it, and he looked, he says, I'm buying. And the guy looks like this, because I had a feeling that everybody that was seeing, 3-4 guys, was the owner, the other worker, friends of owner, whatever. And it's there, like, he's not gonna have the thing like a rich spoiled kid. Doesn't have the real thing. I give, but if you don't give through Jesus Christ, you're blind, just for his name. And I'm publishing his movie, Prophetic Life of Mountbatten. When 250 views now, only a year, because now I'm not an internet personality. I squander and lost. I got myself into 30 fights, etc. But I'm not gonna talk about this, because many times the devil trying to shut me down and hurt me, and I'm always been a nice guy, always, never attack first. And I'm telling you something, and many times I defended, and they would call the cops, and sometimes it happened to me 2 or 3 times, man, wrongfully. And one is still now in court. I'm gonna tell you something. The second party went in an elevator, so he's probably gonna be older and gain. He comes back, but still young, with the afro, comes out. He's about 8 years old. Comes out the elevator. There's a black, big, large woman loitering, and there's a skinny white guy. So she has problem accepting maybe herself and would like to be like this. But the guy is using her. It's fake. Guy comes. He's giving like this. Go buy yourself a dress. I don't see nothing. No money. She goes from left to right. He's coming from right to left at this point. He's going left, and even the shop. So she goes, the guy that was using comes, run after her before she gets in the elevator, in the thing. Can I come with you? So it's like, you give money and you know that the stealer is around, and now he's probably gonna like for lust, superficial. He's gonna start to give for his maybe natural attraction, man, woman, but now he's gonna get more perverted, if not, you know, if not having lost the real thing for what we would give. If any, he would have. But maybe the bad seed was just using, share to get, a two-face, like the Bible says. You give, but you take more. And now even God said share to get last year. Now he told me share to get, to give, share to give, to get. Man, I'm telling you, without Christ is nothing. The third point, he enters, and this grandma, again black, again the same building. Now he's like, he opened the door, didn't even knock, open, here, Go buy yourself a radio. I'm like, how much is a radio? Today we're throwing radios away. We don't call it, but that's radio waves, like modems, and now Neuralinks works with things. I'm like, how much? And I heard $100. But then the woman that said nothing on the left steps up, and now I'm zooming where she was about to go, the TV stand, everything, but under, just like in the library I was in Vancouver, the modem will stick under, and I see it already. So now, like the false prophet 666 that is raising the beast, that is preaching the beast, go buy yourself a radio. $100. Now Elon Musk just talk about it. He would like to put it down. Maybe third stage of his life, 30 years like Christ came. And 30 years, 29 years. And if with Neuralink, guy put a vision in Africa when people were running in the woods, and he said, they were running one corner, and people came with jeeps and light, and they could disappear to another place. And all these things can happen. And he said, or other people, another dream. He said, I don't know how they could do. Another dream said, if somebody would not have the chip, boom, boom, everybody knew it was that person. This Neuralink telepathic, if they all charged in the same system. He said everybody turned and knew who it was. Not only like God told me the beast, the mark of the beast, the facial recognition, this is just evolving and evolving. It's absolutely a disgrace. People who do that, they're not lovable people. They're not for your best. People who wanted the best for people, they end up by preaching the real God, which is Jesus Christ. That's the one, because that's the one who showed it to you, and God shared everything with the Son, and they're one. Not one in this bullshit system. 666 and devil. One in power and love and charity and everything that is good, not this crap two-faced thing system, man. What kind of billionaire are you, Elon Musk, man? Shame on you, man. And I'm happy I'm doing this video because I know I'm not gonna keep silent. Shame on you, buddy. I beat your thought process. That's what I wanted to say, beat, but that's not the word because it's proud. I was faster than you, but you didn't went for God. And then the devil didn't come to beat you. Just money, 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 money. Buddy, I've never enough. Start loving your people, man, and stop walking on them. You're a two-faced guy. You're not a tyrant businessman. You're just like that dream, man. Now you want to control people.